Hey everyone, Steve Kim here. So excited. Steve Kim Show episode number 224. The much anticipated December stats are in, and as usual, I got your numbers and your stats as they pertain to the Toronto and GTA real estate markets. So let's get right into the numbers. So back in November 2022 in Toronto, we had just over 1,700 sales against just over 4,900 active listings. Fast forward into December, we ended the year off in December with just over 1,100 sales against just over 3,500 active listings. So drastically less listings from November moving into December. In York region, what happened? We had just over 830 sales into November 2022 against just over 2,000 active listings. We see the number of sales drop to just over 570 and active listings drop as well to just over 1,400. Months of inventory, this is supply and demand. And we know in a balanced market that we have around 4 to 5 months of inventory. And this months of inventory obviously encompasses all housing types: detached, townhomes, semi-detached, condo apartments, etc. So in Toronto, months of inventory in November, we were hovering on 2.7 months of inventory. Fast forward into December, jumped up to around 3.1 months of inventory. And this is indicative of the fact that we had just less sales into December, which obviously meant that there were more options for buyers looking into December. Now in York region, what happened? We went from 2.4 months of inventory in November to 2.6 months of inventory into December. Now average sales price of our property, again, encompassing all housing types in Toronto back in November, we were hovering around $1,050,000. Fast forward into December, we see a little bit of a drop. The average property in December 2022 in Toronto was trading with $1.017 million. York region, what happened? We saw a similar drop in the average price of a property month to month in November. An average price in York region for the month of November, an average property in York region was hovering around $1.309 million. Fast forward in December, it dropped, now trading around $1.267 million. Now, year-over-year price changes. This is really, really important. So that average property in Toronto back in December 2021 was trading on $1,020,000. And like I shared with you now, into December 2022 was trading on $1.017 million. Now that's a drop around 2.8%. In York region, we saw a large drop. An average property in York region back in December 2021 was trading on $1.425 million. Like I shared with you now, is now trading at $1.267 million in December 2022. That's about a 12.5% drop year over year for the average property in York region. Now, the greater Toronto housing market experienced a market adjustment in 2022 compared to record levels in 2021. Existing affordability issues brought about by a lack of housing supply were exacerbated by sustained interest rate hikes by the Bank of Canada. There were just over 75,000 reported sales through TRREB's MLS system in 2022. That represents about a 38.2% decline compared to 2021, where we had a record over 121,000 sales. The number of new listings amounted to just over 152,000, which is down around 8.2% compared to the 166,000 new listings we saw in 2021. Now, seasonally adjusted monthly data for sales and price data show a marked flattening of the sales and price trends since the late summer. Anyways, I hope you found these numbers and this information useful. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to give me a call, send me a text, shoot me over a DM or an email. As always, be kind everyone, and Happy New Year.